Good morning, YouTube. It's currently July 1st at about 9:40. I'm sitting outside of the gym right now. And, well, yeah, I kind of fell off of the wagon with uploading YouTube videos and such. I kind of had to change things up a little bit with my job schedule, with my shows and all that, and kind of fell off with it. With getting, there wasn't time to edit YouTube videos. Plus, my laptop is a little bit on the old side and slow. So yeah, it takes forever to do anything on that thing. So what would normally take maybe a couple of hours to do on video editing to do on the laptop it's almost an all day thing. So yeah, so I'll probably be looking for a new laptop in the very near future, after all my shows are said and done. Anyway, so a little update. I've competed already in 2 shows this year. The first one was the Tangi Johnson Classic, which by far was an amazing experience. I really enjoyed it. They placed me in Class A, which is normally like the shorter guys, which was odd for me, but hey, it is what it is. I ended up placing 5th, taking top 5 in that, and so I did medal in that. There were 6 guys in my class, so just to put that into context. But hey, in my very first show 2 years ago, I didn't place at all, so I'm very happy with that. The second show, which I just competed in, just came back home from yesterday, in fact, was the Dennis James Classic down in Scottsdale, which I competed alongside my teammates, Take on Common Action, Team Tua. And I'm pretty sure my coach and I kind of figured I'm pretty sure took 6th out of 9 guys in my class. I was in Class C, or Open Class C for that. And just based on where my placing was in prejudging comparisons. But yeah, which I'm still happy with, because I came in with a much better physique than I did just a week prior. So I'm really happy with that, even though I didn't medal at all. But shout out to my fellow teammate, posing coach for Team Tua, Josh, who placed 4th in the same class that I was in. The dude, his physique was phenomenal. Posing always on point. So I'm very happy that he was able to place. And even all the guys on the team that competed, super proud of these guys. Josh and I think we're the only ones that were veterans on the team that were competing. Everybody else were pretty much first-time competitors. I think actually there was one other, George, had competed in his first show less than a month before this weekend. But pretty much Josh and I were the only ones that had previous competing experience. But super proud of these guys. They did something that most people will never ever even consider doing. They did something very hard, and they succeeded at it. And yeah, so like, and a few of them even placed. I think one of them, Parker, he ended up winning 2 of his classes. I think he took home, I think he placed first in his novice class. Actually think he won the overall for that. I don't remember exactly. I do remember that he got 2 medals, which super proud of that guy. He came in very, very shredded, and he's competing again in summer shredding in about 12 days. Same show that I'll be doing. Josh and I will be competing, same class, same show. so we'll be battling it out on stage again. But yeah, like I'm very excited to be competing again alongside Tua. So yeah, we're gonna do that again. Been battling a little bit of a cold, so sorry if my voice sounds a little congested and all that, but so yeah, I think that's the update. So yeah, I'm gonna head into the gym now, and we're gonna hit chest and triceps and abs, which you're gonna see a little bit of. It's nothing major, nothing new from previous videos. So yeah, that's the thing about bodybuilding. If you want growth, you got to embrace the boring, and so yeah. Anywho, yeah, that's it. So we'll see you in there. Alright, so one of the things that's actually different about me is I grow my hair out a little longer, and so now it's long enough to where I can put it in I got a haircut right before I became a strange show. Just got the sides down and cleaned up a bit, so now I can pull off the soccer look from Avatar The Last Airbender. So it's not a ponytail. This, I'll have you know, this is a warrior's wolf tail. If you get the reference, leave a comment below. Leave the right comment below. No, one more. Oh.
Definitely like for example, Washington, pretty much Washington County. We have really good teams. But obviously, it's trade-off. So like, we got guys that, one guy's retiring, but he lives in Idaho. And then, like, we make all our vacations.
Found it.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I'll probably have more questions for you. Shut it down.
I'll see you on Wednesday, man.
You're doing cable crunches and you want to go heavier, but you're afraid of crushing your hands from the weight on the rope. Well, I have a solution for you. Ubora Deadgrips. These aren't just for back movements like rowing and pull downs and such. Use these on your cable crunches. The dead grips will take all the grip and take all the force from the weight that would be normally crushing your fingers on the rope. That way you can focus on working your abs. Just watch how I do it. fingers not crushed. And you can use my code JPfit to save 15% off on your dead grips and everything else on Ubora's site. So JPfit for Ubora Fitness. Save yourself some money and your fingers.
I was a little older, like some of my closest friends now are in their 50s. Yeah. Just because we actually get along, but you know, like we just want to hang out.
What is your why? Like, what is your why for doing this? And my answer was, you know, I used to be 232 pounds overweight, like borderline. If I wasn't obese, I was borderline obese 4 years ago in 2020. And, you know, my why is, it's my why, it's not exactly the answer that I gave, but I gave a very condensed version of it. But the longer version is this. I was 232.2 pounds. There's a number that will be burned in my mind probably for the rest of my life. Almost 30% body fat. And it was shortly after the pandemic started in 2020. And I came to the realization, like, I basically, somehow my eyes were opened. I don't exactly remember what it was that caused this revelation, but I saw this basically generational curse that has been plaguing my family since, in my memory, as early as my great-grandparents, being obesity. My great-grandparents, as far as I'm aware, 2 of my great-grandmothers were obese. I only met one of my great-grandfathers, and he wasn't. My grandparents, all obese. My parents and my aunts and uncles, almost all of them are obese, or at least overweight. All of my siblings, and including myself at that point, were obese or severely overweight. And my grandfather was morbidly obese, and he had a slew of health issues that stemmed from that. Type 2 diabetic, he had heart issues, he had lung issues, he had issues, oh hey, that's a rock, issues with his joints and mobility. He was constantly in pain. He took what I would probably equate to the equivalent of an entire pharmacy's worth of medications to treat everything that was ailing him. He even had medication that he took to keep the treating medication from killing him. It was medication. He was basically on medication his entire life, and he eventually developed esophageal cancer, and that's what got him in the end. And my dad, my grandpa being my paternal grandfather, my dad's dad, my dad is following down those exact same path that my grandfather went down, where my dad is morbidly obese and has joint issues because of it, and is a type 2 diabetic, and basically step for step going down the same path that my grandfather went down. And I see my brothers going down the exact same path that my dad is going down. But what was worse was I saw myself going down that same path. And that was when I had the revelation that this is a generational curse, that obesity and diabetes and all these health issues that plague our family is basically a generational curse. And at that point, my nephew was only a few months old. Well, maybe a little older, but he wasn't even a year old yet. And I thought, if I ever got married and had kids, I would be damned if I would let that generational curse affect them the way it affects my family, my parents, my grandparents, my brothers. So I made a resolution. I resolved that generational curse stops with me. It does not go past me. It will not affect my future family. It will not come after my kids. Not if I had anything to say about it. So I decided to change things. Even before, TUA even existed, before I met my coach and my team Take Uncommon Action, it was that moment in March of 2020, late March of 2020, that I decided to take uncommon action and make that change. It was very difficult because up until that point I had been used to eating whatever and however much of whatever and whenever, and working out, exercising and all that, taking care of myself was never a priority. And so that had to change. I got on Amazon and I ordered some resistance bands, because at that point all the gyms were closed. Side note, there were some gyms that were open, that were still open. They were just sneaky about it, I came to learn. Anyway, and I learned how to put together a workout program. I tried to learn how to calculate my macros and such, YouTube, and got to work. And at first it started, the weight and the fat started, was slowly ticking down, but it wasn't until I hired my first coach when progress really started taking off. But the point that I'm trying to make is my why I do this, why I'm in health and fitness and taking care of myself and tracking my macros and working out and such, taking care of myself, is for the sake of future generations of my family, to show them that there is reward in doing hard things. That if I can do something that is impossibly hard or seems impossibly hard for my family, because nobody in my family is doing what I'm doing, even remotely, or even as long as I have been doing it. That if I can do something that seems impossibly hard for people like my family, then they can do it too. Like one of my favorite movies that I've ever seen is A Knight's Tale, and the common running theme in the entire movie is, can a man change his stars? And just because your life starts off a certain way, just because you're in a certain situation, that doesn't mean that situation is permanent. It doesn't mean that that's what your destiny is. So my why is future generations. Right now, the only kid in my family is my nephew, Ryder, and so right now he's my why. To show him that he doesn't have to follow in his father's footsteps or in his grandfather's footsteps. He doesn't even have to follow in my footsteps. But that he can blaze his own path, that he has his own story, that he doesn't have to be a carbon copy of those of us that came before him. And even my kids, like, you know, my kids don't have to be in health and fitness, they don't have to be in bodybuilding, but health and fitness will be a major part of their life growing up. Like my children will not. I'm declaring it here and now on YouTube for all of you guys to see. My future kids will not be affected by this generational curse that has plagued my family literally for generations. So, can a man change his stars? I believe so. I believe that a man can change his situation. I believe that we do have the power within us. I do believe that. I believe that each of us has greatness inside of us. Some of us, it's buried deeper down than others. Some of us have to work harder to bring it out. But I believe that every single person has God-given greatness, potential for God-given potential for greatness inside of them, and it's our duty to bring it out, to figure out what that greatness is for, and to bring that out of ourselves and out of each other. So yeah, if there's something that's hard that you want to do, figure out what your why is for it. Like, it doesn't have to be bodybuilding, it doesn't have to be like health and fitness related. It could just be something that's hard for you to do. And I guarantee you that doing the hard thing, once you succeed at doing that hard thing, there's no greater feeling in the world. There's no greater sense of accomplishment than that. So yeah. Just remember that in everything that you do, for those of you that are believers in Christ, everything that you do it as if you're doing it for God. Do it as if you're doing it for the Lord. Whether it's work or play or whatnot, that's what I'm using bodybuilding for, is to, and even this channel, is to make him known, is to not just encourage you to live healthy and fit lives physically, but healthy and fit lives spiritually as well. Because yes, physical fitness, as Paul writes, physical fitness is important, but what's more important is your spiritual fitness, because your spirit, basically, you are not your body. Your body is the vehicle in which you are housed in, and when you die, your body stays here, but your spirit lives on. So spiritual fitness is more important, because that's what'll live on after your body ceases to function. But I also do believe that that on the other side we will get new bodies, and I personally believe that the new bodies that we get will be dependent on how well we take care of these bodies. Mostly based on the parable
of the talents that Jesus gave, where if you can be trusted with little, you can be trusted with much. So if you can be trusted with this body to take care of this body, then you can be trusted with a heavenly eternal body that won't break down and die. Anyway, that's my rant. That's my message for the day. We're 12 days out from summer shredding, my last show of 2024, at least my last planned one. So yeah, it's this prep has gone by real quick. It hasn't been easy, but it's not supposed to be, and it's very, very, very well worth it. I plan on doing more videos leading up to summer shredding. I want to do like maybe 2 or 3 videos. Try to do 2 or 3 videos a week. Try. No promises though. So this one's starting to get a little long. I'm going to end it here. So yeah, gonna try to take you guys along on this journey, and including the trip down to Houston. Sorry the video cut out. Like it stopped recording, and by the time I figured out where, I don't even remember what I was saying. So anyway, so I pray that the Lord, I'm going to let you guys go. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I pray that the Lord blesses you and keeps you, that He turns His face towards you, that He smiles on you and gives you peace. Go out there, crush your goals, do hard things, and take uncommon action.